What's up, guys? John here again, another weekly Gasland build. As I'm sure you're used to seeing by now. Back again with the random Gaslands list. And then this week, I happened to roll up a truck. So, I organized myself, as I said. Cars and trucks, I just kind of threw in the same little pile. Just because it's very, a truck is essentially just a car with more build slots. The chassis can handle a little more weight. That's not hard to do if you reinforce the chassis itself. So pulling out my random little truck, we have, what is this? We have a 1970 Ranchero. Not an El Camino like I thought it was when I first pulled it out. Oh, come on, focus. Focus. There it goes. We got this old Ranchero. And we're going to roll up some weapons and some perks and stats right after this. And then we're going to pop into the build. I'm kind of liking the Ranchero. These are the kind of ones that are good, where they're always nice in your collection, as you can double count. As a car or truck, if you're more of a stickler for the looks, like Rancheros, El Caminos. I think there was another car by... I know the big car companies all did kind of the same thing. I mean, Jeep Gladiator, but that's more of just a truck. But stuff like, like the Ranchero and the El Camino are good all-around vehicles for, if you have a heavier set car or a truck, they all work out. But yeah, we're just going to hop into this build, and let's go. Alright guys, here with the, what was this again? With the Ranchero. So unfortunately, I got these resin outer bits. Works great for a BFG, is what we happen to roll up. It did snap, but that's an easy fix. But yeah, let's just slide right into it. I guess we might as well start with fixing this thing. Move some of this flash. You want to be careful with this forge-rolled resin if you have some. It's usually pretty good, but when it comes to thinner bits like this, it does like to snap a little bit if you just get it the wrong way. So taking your time, being a little slow with it, really saves you out, especially if you only have so many of them. We're going to trim this flat because this is going to be our connection point. Come on, you. Don't snap on me again. Alright guys, we got our gun barrel fixed up, as this was the original Eldar weapon. I'm not sure what it is, but it's about the length of the car. So this will definitely give BFG vibes. So put that off to the side, let the glue keep drying. We'll come over here. This build's gonna just use a lot of Eldar bits apparently. We got this bad casted plate to, I think, a Dark Eldar Ravager. They replaced it because it was just a mold failure, but that's going to work great for our basically our platform to help keep it into place. The rooftop has got a bit of a curve, so we're going to grind that flat to make sure it sits well. Alright, so it does work. Just a little super glue. Glue this thing right in. Pop it right on top. Just make sure this thing's even a bit. Oh yeah, I'm liking the look of that already. We'll put a little liquid glue to really seep into the lacework. Make sure we get a good hold. And then I think what I want to do next is we're going to armor up the windows. We're going to armor up the windows so it'll be easier to get to the front window without this giant gun barrel just kind of in the way. So let's go ahead and do that. Sometimes you get a little dried super glue on the blade. Instead of throwing away a good sharp blade that's just got some dry glue on it, just kind of burn it off, give it a little scrape on the edge of your desk. Got a clean blade again, ready to go. So back to this windows. All right, back. Got the windows nice and armored up. Still letting this glue dry, just be on the safe side. And we did roll extra armor for this vehicle, so I have got going more with the Elder theme. We've got these. Let's see if it'll focus. We got these little side things. I believe they went on the top of wave serpents, just to protect the little like the gun cows. And I got this. I actually don't know what this is from, but it'll make nice. It'll make really nice hood armor. So we're just gonna trim this down. We shave this thing a little more straight. That'll look pretty rad on the front. Just gotta get rid of some of this curve so it'll sit straight. Alright guys, we got the side armor and a nice little hood armor kind of going on here. So now let's put on the big gun. And we got some power cables to do next. So let's just jump into that part. Alright guys, so we got this truck done. Truck with a BFG is what I happen to roll for it. A big flippin' or fudgin' gun, whichever your censor word of choice would be. We also happen to roll extra armor for this thing, hence the paneling. But yeah, I think it's ready for some prime time. Alright, wargamers, we got our next build. We got her up on the turntables. So this one, for the name, we're going with the Predator. We rode up a truck. As far as weapons go, we rode a some armor plating, which gives it 2 extra health. And we have a BFG, a big freaking gun. Perk classes, we rode up Speed and Horror. And the actual perks themselves, we ended up rolling Time Extended and Highway to Hell. She comes in at a solid 25 cans. Now this build, it is, just due to the randomness of the chart, we are technically using 1 more build slot than normally allowed on a truck chassis. But I mean, for me, I know for my local group, that's not a big deal. It's a one thing. I'm sure it'll slide, you know. If you want to use these stats, you gotta talk it over with your group. But that's not too bad. It just is what it is when you're rolling random. But yeah, that's it.